Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty special from the College World Series finals, a one-year shutout.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. A one-year score in a championship game. That's incredibly rare. It just screams high-stakes, intense baseball.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to really unpack this Game 1 win for LSU over Coastal Carolina.
Right. We want to dig into the key moments, the big performances, and what it all means strategically for the rest of the series.
Because this is big. LSU, the number 6 seed, they're sitting at 52-15 now.
And they're just one single win away from their second MCWS title in only 3 years. That puts immense pressure on Coastal Carolina right from the get-go.
Huge pressure. And a lot of that comes down to one guy's performance on the mound, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The story of Game 1 really revolves around LSU sophomore lefty Cade Anderson. What a performance.
Tell us about it. He's 12-1 on the season, right?
He is. And he threw a complete game shutout, all 9 innings.
9 innings, wow.
Yeah, gave up only 3 hits, walked 5, but struck out 10 Coastal Carolina batters.
Yeah.
It was massive.
How did the pitch count? I heard it was staggering.
It was 130 pitches, 130.
Whoa. In this day and age, that's almost unheard of for a complete game, especially in the finals.
Exactly. That's why people are calling it, a generational performance. It's the first complete game shutout in the College World Series since 2018.
So why is that kind of endurance, throwing 130 pitches, so rare now?
Well, modern baseball, especially at this level, it relies so heavily on bullpens, right? Starters often go maybe 6, 7 innings max, especially in a high-leverage series like this.
So managers are careful with pitch counts.
Very careful. Anderson basically carrying the whole load himself, it saves LSU's bullpen entirely. Their arms are fresh for Game 2, maybe Game 3.
That's a huge strategic advantage.
It is, but it also puts a bit of pressure on their other pitchers now, doesn't it? Following up that kind of performance. And you wonder about Anderson himself after throwing that many pitches.
True. And then the offense, or lack thereof, mostly. The entire game's scoring came down to just one single play.
One play. Bottom of the first inning, LSU shortstop Stephen Milam comes up clutch.
What did he do?
A sharp single right back up the middle, into center field. It scored Derek Curiel, the left fielder, all the way from second base.
And that was it. One run.
That one run was literally all LSU needed. It just shows you those razor-thin margins in championship baseball.
Incredible. One moment of clutch hitting decides it all.
Precisely. An RBI single, runner on second scores, game basically decided right there in the first inning.
Now, let's flip to Coastal Carolina. A really frustrating night for them, you'd have to imagine.
Oh, absolutely. They were shut out for the first time in, 36 games?
36 games, yeah. And they're hitting with runners in scoring position.
That was the killer. 0 for 7. 7 times they had a runner on second or third, a chance to tie the game or even take the lead later on.
And couldn't cash in.
Nope. Left 9 runners stranded on base in total. Just couldn't find that key hit.
And this loss, it didn't just cost them the game, it broke a pretty serious streak, too.
A massive one. They were on a 26-game winning streak, the longest active streak in Division Identity baseball. Their last loss was way back on April 22nd.
Snapping that in Game 1 of the finals? That's got to sting psychologically.
It's a huge blow, but, we have to give credit where it's due on their side, too.
Right, because their starter, Cameron Flukie, he pitched really well, too.
He absolutely did. Flukie went 6 innings, gave up only that 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 9 LSU batters himself, threw 101 pitches.
So it really was a pitcher's duel.
Definitely. His performance kept Coastal Carolina right there in the game the whole time. It really underlines just how much of a defensive battle this was. Every hit was tough to come by.
Okay, so LSU takes Game 1. They've got the 1-0 series lead. What's the situation now heading into Game 2?
Well, it's pretty straightforward now. Coastal Carolina is in a must-win situation. Lose again, and their season's over. LSU takes the title.
Their coach, Kevin Schnall, basically said as much, didn't he?
He did. He said something like, if it was going to be easy, there would be more than one national champion. We've got to regroup.
That regrouping is key, especially mentally after a loss like that.
For sure. So Game 2 is set for Sunday, June 22nd. That's a 2:30 p.m. Eastern start, live on ABC and ESPN Plus.
And if Coastal does manage to win and tie the series,
then we get a decisive Game 3. That would be Monday, June 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, broadcast on ESPN and ESPN Plus Reach.
All right, so wrapping things up here, LSU's Game 1 win was, well, a statement. Elite pitching from Anderson, that one crucial hit from Mom.
And it really highlights their championship experience, doesn't it? They've been here before. Recently, they look poised.
They absolutely do, standing right on the brink of another national championship.
Which brings us to our final thought for you, the listener. Think about Coastal Carolina. That tough shutout loss, the end of that incredible winning streak.
Yeah.
How well can they actually regroup? Mentally, tactically?
Yeah.
How will they adjust their offense to respond in a must-win Game 2 under all that pressure? Something to keep an eye on.